Hi, we've got Peter King, CEO of the Melbourne Convention Exhibition Centre. Peter, we're at AIME.
We are.
How are you finding it?
It's a great day, a great couple of days actually. It's a really good opportunity for the industry to get together, which I think at this particular time, with what's going on around the world, it's really valuable. So it's great to see all the people that need to be here are here. So great effort for everyone to get here, but it's a really important time, I think, for people to have some sort of face-to-face communication.
Yes, I agree. And obviously with world news talking about the coronavirus, how has it affected and impacted you?
We had a fairly major cancellation of a piece of business last week with Cisco, which is one of our biggest events during the year, so that was a bit of a shock. It was a decision made from the North American executive, so it doesn't sort of reflect the current business events environment in Australia, and certainly not in Melbourne. But outside of that, we've had a few little postponements, but there's a degree of anxiety around.
Agreed. Because I mean, in Barcelona, they cancelled the World Meeting. That's huge.
Yeah, 100,000 people that don't turn up in your city.
So how do you say? At what stage do you pull the pin? You know, I mean, obviously they've been watching it.
Yeah. Look. There's no crystal ball at the moment. I think it's been smashed, basically. No one's really got a vision to the future. So we're all sitting here frustrated but monitoring, and it's changing every day. So there's nothing much we can sort of say about it.
Obviously we've been through a lot of that with SARS. Is it as bad or worse? I get the feeling this is worse because the whole world could just sort of shut down and not travel for a while. Yeah.
Just while things sort of settle down. So that's not good for, global tourism's a massive part of Australia, or Australian tourism is a massive part of our economy, and then the business events, the whole visitor economy. It's very visible to politicians and to the economies of the local cities and states at the moment as to how big the visitation economy is. And so it's a bit of a surprise, I think, for some people, but it's going to have a massive effect.
Yeah. Hopefully it hasn't affected AIME as much. There's some really good numbers here.
Yeah, no, it's been solid, really good, and visitation from all over Asia as well, which is great. So no, this event's got a bit of energy back. It probably started to fade just a little bit a couple of years ago, but we've been able to really reinvigorate it. And as I said, all the key people are here, all the decision makers and the leaders of the industry are here. So it's a really good few days. And
over the last year, you've had some big conferences come here. The Jehovah's Witness.
That came into Melbourne. We didn't do a lot of that here.
Okay.
But I think that's 70,000 people.
Yeah, it's huge. Great for the economy.
Yeah, I know. Well, those events are very visible in the city.
Yeah.
We always talk to people about the fact that we're conducting those type of events every week, but not all of them are visible.
Yeah.
It drives a great economic impact back to the city.
Any news for expansion or anything new happening in your world at the centre?
No, look, we finished our expansion about 18 months ago, and we're pretty keen just to settle things down. And I mean, business has grown 40% in the last 3 years, so we've been really busy. So it's sort of a bit of a consolidation period with a bit of luck. Everyone's very busy.
Yeah, it's just settled down a bit.
Yeah.
And with the technology, and they were talking about AI, and have you adapted it? How's that involved in the centre?
Yeah, look, we're talking to people all the time. There will be a time, I think, when some of these new technologies will become applicable to our business, but we're looking at different wayfinding solutions. We're looking at some core system digital solutions. We've got. I think we're always talking, and it's part of the ongoing sort of innovation process in our business to look at the latest things. But there's a time and a right time and the right place, and some of this is still a little bit in a sort of immature state. So we're talking to people all the time about this stuff.
And what's behind us? The sustainability wall, is it right?
Yeah, look, this is a little thing we're doing here at AIME. We've got a new sustainability manager, so we've employed someone full-time to sort of bring together all of our sustainability initiatives. We've got a lot of requests from customers about what are we doing in this space, and more importantly, how do we engage in this space. So when customers come in here, whether they're big exhibitors or big conference people, about what sort of legacies can we leave. What can we do?
It's a common question now, isn't it?
On the floor during the event.
Yeah.
And we're doing a lot of things, but we didn't have someone waking up every day focused on it. So this conversation around how can we engage better with customers to talk more about sustainability, it's a huge issue. Waste management, energy management, these things. So we're bringing it all together, and we've got one expert on our team. So we're operating sort of in isolation a little bit, but now we've got an expert.
And what are some of the ideas that you've put in place?
Like on the floor, it's we've saved 350,000 plastic water bottles because we've gone to filtered water.
Yep.
Everyone's sort of doing the things around plastic straws and those. So there's those sort of basic sort of hygiene factors. But we're investing a lot in the way that we manage the environment. So energy costs.
Yep.
We're focusing on a lot. Food management post events. We've got relationships with Oz Harvest.
Yeah, great.
I think we donated something like 74,000 meals last year to disadvantaged families around Melbourne, Victoria. So there's a lot of those sort of programs that we're already doing, but we need to look at the future. What's the big impact that we can have?
Speaking of the future, where do you see business events in 5 years?
Look, there's no reason why the current trajectory around the need to meet is getting stronger and stronger. So, even these things where everyone stays home for a while from a coronavirus perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, there's the need to meet face to face is
100%.
becoming more and more important. So I got no reason to think that the business events industry isn't just going to continue to thrive.
Yeah, it's just adapting.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to eat. We're all tribe.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Peter King.
Yep.
Thank you very much for your time.